Original.
Hello and welcome to Web Crawlers. This is our mini mailbag episode where we read your emails and play your voicemails. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And I'm producer Maria.
Should we start off with some voicemails? I think we actually have a ton of them per usual.
Sure. Oh, wait. We got a fun email that has some spooky
let's start with that maybe.
Oh.
This is from Kay. It says, you gals are great. Hello to my favorite crawlers of the web. Just want to say how much I love your show. It's been a godsend for this pandemic, and I really enjoy your banter alongside the fun facts. I also came up with some spooky names for y'all. These are a bit of a stretch, so here goes. Allie Scally Smeagol.
Okay.
Evil Lissa Stabton.
That's good.
Sure.
And Maria Murderia Blasucci.
Ooh.
Blasuit.
Sootchi. You know, some soot.
Oh. I like Murderia.
Murderia. Yeah, Murderia is really good.
It sounds like diarrhea.
Sounds like diarrhea.
It does. You're right.
Thanks, Kay.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, let's play some voicemails.
Honk honk. This is a message for the Web Crawlers.
Whoa.
Whoa, hello.
What's up, ISO ladies?
Oh my
It's,
God.
VMAC Dre, kind of sporadic on the Discord.
VV
Shout out to
McDre.
all those regular quarters, the online bimbos. I wanted to call up about the Australian soccer team curse. In your Louise Huebner episode, you mentioned the Anaheim Angels having a curse set upon them by one Louise Huebner. Well, in 1969, the Socceroos, the Australian national soccer team, travelled to Mozambique to play Rhodesia in order to qualify for the 1970 World Cup. They drew with Rhodesia twice, and so a third game had to be scheduled. And a few of the Aussie players got word that they could use a local witch doctor to curse the Rhodesian team.
What?
So they went ahead and did that.
Oh
And,
my God.
The next day, Australia won the match 3-1.
Whoa.
After the game, though, the witch doctor chased them down and demanded $1,000 for placing the successful curse. The players refused to pay, and so the witch doctor reversed the curse and cursed the Socceroos. We failed in the World Cup appearance that time, and we qualified for the next World Cup, but again didn't make it out of the group stages. It was another 32 years before we finally qualified for a World Cup.
Wow.
Wow.
And in order to do that, we had a precocious filmmaker in John Safran. He traveled to Mozambique and enlisted the help of two witch doctors. They buried some bones on the field where they played.
Oh my
Bathed
God.
in chicken's blood. And wouldn't you know it, the curse was lifted.
What?
We qualified for the next World Cup, and we've qualified for every World Cup since.
Oh my God.
Right, that's all.
Jesus Christ.
That right was lit. Take it easy, ladies. Bye.
Wow.
We need to get a witch doctor to make our show popular.
Careful though, because then, you know,
Where are the bones
they
going
could
to be
take it
buried?
back.
Under
Yeah.
the
That's true.
Urios studio.
Yeah. But there's already a lot of bones there.
I know, seriously.
Okay, here's another voicemail.
Hi, this message is for web crawlers. My name is Sid. I've called before. I was just listening to your guys' podcast, as I do, and I was thinking I should probably call in and ask you guys about your birth charts, because I don't know, maybe you guys have talked about it before. You probably talked about your signs, your zodiac signs, but
Sort of.
I want to know your guys' full-on birth chart. Because for Allie, I feel like maybe your rising is Aries because you're just so chaotic, and I love that. And I'm feeling like Libra for Melissa,
I'm an Aries.
and maybe Virgo for Maria. I don't know. I'm stupid, but anyway, you guys should talk about it. Okay, I love you guys so much. Keep doing what you're doing. Bye.
Wow.
I am a Pisces, Sagittarius.
I'm an Aries. My birthday is April 17th, so that's like...
I'm a Taurus. Well, we should get our birth charts done because this could be an interesting
Yeah, I've never
episode. Is
actually
like
had
looking
it.
into.
I have my birth chart.
You have yours, right?
I can I'll post it. But yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Scorpio rising. Oh, wait, not Sagittarius, Scorpio rising.
I was born at 12:01 a.m. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Whoa.
I
I
know.
was born at 5:36 p.m.
There's this free birth chart thing. If you go to astro.cafe astrology, you can do a free birth chart and you just
I
put
think
in
John
your-
Tenney does birth charts.
Oh, yeah.
Really? Okay, so I'm a Taurus. My moon is Leo. My Mercury is Taurus. Is this making sense? Is this like, what does a moon mean? Because sun is Taurus. What does moon mean, Allie?
I don't know. I don't know astrology.
Well, we should do an episode on it.
Astrology is like too mathematical for me.
Here's
It's
a
like
short
angles.
description of me. She is strong-willed. She has charm, and she is tolerant and stoical. She likes pleasure and the good things in life. Appreciates the arts.
Wow.
Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Sorry for
not
living.
sorry.
Moon and Leo people are not necessarily outgoing. When they feel comfortable, they do like being the center of attention. Okay, that's me. Because like I'll make it about me when there's people I know around, but otherwise I'm in a corner. That is like they being in the spotlight in the comfort of their own homes. This is very true. This is very, very true. Wow, this is fun. I'm gonna read this
Yeah, there's a lot of
autobiography
info
on
in
myself
here.
or whatever this is.
Okay, let's put on the next voicemail.
Hey, web crawlers, this is Alex from Denver. Called in
Denver.
a long time ago with a ghost story for you, but today I have a suggestion. I've been driving back and forth to Lake City, Colorado for work with my coworker Tristan. Shout out to Tristan.
Hi, Tristan.
Anyway,
Shout out, Tristan.
Just outside of Lake City is a big old monument for Alfred Packer, who ate a bunch of people in the mountains in order to stay alive, supposedly.
Ate a bunch
Might
of
be a
people?
good episode for you guys. I don't know. Anyway, love you guys. Keep up the great work. Bye.
To say Alfred Packer ate a bunch of people?
Yeah, I guess to survive. Weird, because we
that-
just did a cannibal episode.
Yeah.
Alfred Packer Massacre.
Wow. Is paroled. Huh? Oh, wait, no. He died in 1911.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's confessed. He released from prison after serving 18 years. Never heard of this guy.
He nearly froze to death, slayed companions, consumed their human flesh in a raw state, somehow was lucky enough to make it back to civilization, and then when sentenced to prison. Weird. Were they already dead, I wonder, or did he kill them?
Oh, I wonder.
That makes all the difference.
Oh, after killing and eating 5 companions in the Colorado Territory.
Oh, okay. So he really went for it. He was
went
like,
for it.
I'm not dying here.
Yeah.
What are you looking at, Al? You looking at your birth chart?
Yeah.
When she's quiet for a few minutes.
I
know
saw him
something's
looking
going
very
on.
intensely.
I just like this sentence in my birth chart that says Piscean themes are woven throughout the songs of Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins and Kurt Cobain of Nirvana, for example.
Wow.
you with a smile.
Listen,
That's her. That's Allie.
Sun and Pisces people are frequently pegged as wishy-washy. What you will find behind a vaguely directionless, spacey manner is a deep person with real dreams. Mine is like so mean.
Jesus.
Listen, you got to do what you got to do.
God.
Okay, here's
Okay,
another
next voicemail. I'm done with this natal chart.
This is Jack from Bellingham.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, Allie.
Hi.
I'm going to cut to the chase. Growing up, my parents' house was haunted as shit. And I thought maybe I would tell you a couple quick personal ghost stories.
Love it.
The thing
Yes.
that freaks me out about these is that like none of them seem like friendly, like Casper ghosts. These all seem like really nefarious and almost like demonic. And
God.
my mom bought a Buick, a 53 Buick that we owned for like 2 years. And all of this pretty much happened within that 2-year span. And when she sold the car, everything like really chilled out. So my family, that's like our guess is something was like attached to this car.
That Buick was
But
haunted.
Haunted
one thing, my
Buick.
sister complained about her bed shaking during the night. She said
That's happened to me, no joke.
Once my mom slept in the bed with her because she was like, I want my daughter to feel safe. She's scared, so I'm going to sleep in her bed tonight. And my mom woke up in the middle of the night because the bed was shaking. I had this weird thing that kept happening where, like, once a month, I would wake up in the morning and my pillowcase would be hanging off of a picture frame in my room.
What? No.
And so, like, I'm sort of skeptical. See, like, I want to be like, what, you know, how did this happen realistically?
What?
It's impossible that I would just, like, in my sleep, throw a pillowcase and somehow magically get it to hang off the picture frame every time. Because this happened, like, 10 or 12 times. And so I thought, well, maybe sleepwalking, because, like, that could be a possibility. But, like, I've lived with partners. I've never, ever had anybody once say that they've seen me sleepwalking. My dad turned his garage into a man cave, so he, like, sealed the garage door shut.
Cool,
There was only one way in and
sick.
out, and that was through the house. And one day, it was just me and him home. My mom and sister had left. And all of a sudden, I just hear, like, this loud banging and yelling from downstairs. And so I run downstairs, and he had put a padlock and a latch on his garage that, like, we couldn't mess with his stuff in there. And he was in his garage, but the latch was shut, and the padlock was thread through it. It wasn't locked, but it was, like, sitting through the latch, so he couldn't get out. And so I let him out. And I've always thought, like, that's impossible because nobody was home. It was just me and him. So I thought maybe, like, he did this as a prank, but he was, like, really mad at me because he thought I was
Oh, God.
him.
That's
So
crazy.
another thing.
Maybe he's writing for
and
punked.
lastly, the creepiest one to me is once in the bathroom, my sister had her hair dryer it was plugged in, and it was just resting on the bathroom sink.
Oh, no.
And I went in to go pee, and
Uh-oh, there's a part 2. Went in to go pee and...
Cliffhanger.
Crawlers, this is Jack. I think my message was
Jack.
too long, and I am so sorry about that. And it probably ended on, like, the worst cliffhanger.
Pee.
My sister's hair dryer was sitting on the bathroom. I go in to pee, and, like, maybe, like, halfway through my pee, and that's only important because I was just, like, standing still. But I hear this loud crash, and I freak out, and I look, and the hair dryer, again, I'm not moving, but the hair dryer had fallen off of the counter, hit the floor, and the creepy thing, which is, you know, that's already weird enough, but the creepy thing is it was plugged into the wall, and it made a perfect angle from the wall to me, so much so that none of the cord ever even, like, touched the ground. Like, there was no slack. It looked as if it was, like, trying to pull itself from the wall towards me.
What?
Which was really creepy.
Ugh.
Yeah, and my parents still live there. I was there the other night, and I still just get, like, this really unsettling, weird feeling whenever I'm there. It's a creepy house,
Scary.
and I think it was haunted. Yeah, I'm sorry if that was too long. And
Wasn't.
I think
No.
the last or 2 episodes ago, someone asked me out on a date. So yeah, anyone that wants to come to Bellingham that is a Web Crawlers listener, I will go on a date with you, and there's no way that'll ever
sick.
bite me in the ass. This is the podcast. Talk to you later. Bye.
Wow.
That would be
We should do
so
speed dating.
Yeah, Web Crawler's wedding would be so nice.
We should start a dating app for people who listen to the same podcasts. I'm sure that's been said before.
Yeah.
Haunted hairdryer and a haunted Buick.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
2 of the
Like an
most
80s
haunted
mom
items.
or something. Yeah.
Okay, here's another voicemail.
Hi, this message is for the web crawlers.
Hi.
Actually, I kind of have a question for Allie. So
Oh, no.
the number 666 has been following me. Well, it did for like 24 hours. It came up 4 different times. And the first time I took a little staycation from work. I stayed at home and filled a dumpster. It was super exciting. And so my first day back, the totals for the day my boss texted me was $666.60. And that night I went to the grocery store and my receipt was $66.60 for all the stuff I got.
Oh, weird.
So that was fun. And then I told my boyfriend about it and I was like, and he never listens to anything I say. He does. Just kidding. Love you. But he's not going to listen to this. Anyway, he he texted me the next morning and said they needed 666 of something at work. And like, I was like, oh, you listen, but like also what the fuck? This is popping up a lot. And then I was listening to the web crawler show where you played my friend Ashley. She called in, left a voicemail. And you also played a review that I left. So I like retroactively did it to myself where it just said, let's go, girls. Wow. So, I looked it up and it says like it's not necessarily a bad thing, but maybe like my life is not in line with the universe or something. And I'm just not really sure how to interpret that or what that really means. Because I thought things were like going pretty good in general. I don't know. So I was just curious on your thoughts about that. I also wanted to say thank you belatedly for the live show. Me and my friend Betty called in. It was super fun. And I just wanted to thank you for the community that you provide for us. Not only, you know, with the podcast and the Discord, but like you banded us together as women in real life. And I think that's pretty fucking cool. So yeah. Oh, and one other thing. If you guys want to join along, me and my friend Ashley are doing hashtag 31 Days of Halloween on Instagram because it's just so fun to have Spooktober. I don't know. I'm an October baby. I'm obsessed. So if you guys want to follow along, it's just black and white pictures. Hashtag 31 Days of Halloween.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you want to see what our pages look like, mine's Golden Honey, no vowel, Fall Out Boy style, and Ashley is Ashley, but like the A is that symbol. It's a pretty sick vibe. I think you guys will like it better. So if you guys want to join in, it would be super fun. And if not, no worries. And super stoked for.
Oh, it cuts off. I think there's a part.
Cuts off.
2.
Okay, well, that was embarrassing. This is again. I was just going to say I'm super stoked for the Halloween party. And sorry, that probably got boring. I was totally rambling at the end there. Today was just an absolute dumpster fire at work. So my brain is dead. Okay, love you, ladies. Can't wait to see you again soon. Okay, bye.
31 days of October.
Halloween. Or Halloween.
I wouldn't think of
Halloween.
it of how, yeah, I guess. I wouldn't think of the 666 thing as anything negative. I would think of that since you associate it with something like kind of fun and you love spooky and you love October, that you just think of it as like a fun thing of just enjoying like a spooky season. And it's kind of maybe like the universe being like jazzing you up for October.
Just the jazzing you up.
Yeah, jazzing you up for Spooktober.
Yeah.
How do numbers find people, Allie? Like, why do they like come up? Is it because we're just more aware of certain numbers and that's why they pop up to us?
I don't know. Because I like always saw, like I see the number 33. I always look at the clock at 3:33. And then I asked John Tenney that sometime at once. And he was just like, well, sometimes we just look at something once and then we like attribute meaning to it. So I don't know. Maybe sometimes things like don't mean anything at all.
Right, but I don't know because I always look at the clock at 9:11. But then I like just looked at the clock and it's like 5:51. But I've never looked at like I don't have any. But I guess like if I looked at it again at 5:51 in a couple days, I'd be like, oh, that's weird that I looked at it at 5:51.
Right, but it's probably because like 5:51 doesn't have any meaning, you know. But like 333, it's a repeating number. Like 9/11, we remember it as something, so we attribute meaning to it. So every time we look at it, we're like, oh, we notice, you know. Like maybe you do look at the clock at 5:51 all the time, but you just don't notice it because 5:51 doesn't have any meaning for you.
But it is weird. She got the work thing, and then the grocery thing was in the same day.
Well, maybe she's also the devil could be after her is another option.
That's what I'm thinking.
You know, Angela,
we're all thinking it.
Angela Trimber, she hasn't in a while, but she would always post the number 143 on Instagram. Mm-hmm. She's like, I saw it again.
That means I love you.
I know. And that was Mr. Rogers. It was his weight. You know, he weighed 143.
Really?
For his entire life,
love.
he weighed the exact same.
The same way.
His adult life. Anyway, another voicemail.
Hello?
Oh, boy.
This here message is for the web crawlers.
Well,
I done just finished that episode about y'all talking about that ghost and that witch. Well, that witch's demon was named Featherline, right?
Federline.
That was Britney Spears' ex-husband.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And she's going through all kinds of things right now. Plus, he got her to pay like $24,000 a month in child support.
Jeez.
And plus, he came out with that hip-hop album. And every single one of them songs, I tell you what, sounds like it came straight out of the devil's asshole. All right? I don't know if there's a connection, but it was just weird that that lady's demon was named Featherline, and then Brittany's ex-husband was named Featherline. It could be a coincidence, but I'll tell you what, that was a bit weird.
Jeb's onto something, I think. Hi.
I think you look beautiful today. All right, then. Bye.
Yeah, the Walpurga Hausmannen, the German witch, though, the demon was named Federline.
Wow.
That is weird.
Kevin Federline.
Makes a lot of sense.
We got a couple emails.
Yeah, let's read them.
This is from Samantha. Subject is Hat Man Story. It says, hey, web crawlers. Hat Man. I'm just listening to the Hat Man episode, and I have a little story. I was having a virtual girls' night on Friday, and we were telling ghost stories. My two friends, Sarah and Amanda, were telling us when they were younger, they had a sleepover together and saw the Hat Man.
Oh, my God.
Sarah said she was suddenly woken up because she felt something in the room. She said when she sat up, she looked around, and at the corner of the bed was a giant shadow man wearing a top hat. She woke up Amanda, and Amanda said, he's always there. Just ignore him. Like, what? She said they both held each other tight under the covers and ended up falling asleep. Both claimed they didn't have sleep paralysis, though. And I've heard them tell that story so many times, they always just call him the Shadow Man, and I thought it was just them experiencing it. And I sent them clips from the podcast in a group chat, and they are freaking out knowing it's a thing, and they aren't alone. Spooky! Love the episodes. You guys rock. Samantha. It's my Halloween October name.
That's crazy, man.
Then we got another one from Megan. This is RH negative and Hatman. Hi, web crawlers. Just wanted to answer about the episode on Hatman and RH negative blood type. Both my mom and I have the blood group, but have never experienced any sleep paralysis, demons, or abduction, thank God. I can say that when I was a little girl, I loved wearing hats, and as a baby, never went to pull them off. Love the podcast. I've started listening since the beginning of this year, and it's a great distraction. Hope all is well. From Megan in Kintyre, Scotland.
Well, maybe it's just a predisposition to liking hats. Yeah.
Yeah, loved hats as a baby.
Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound.
This is from
That's
Robbie.
beautiful.
That was nice.
Oh, you know what? That was
nice.
like a really good voice, and she doesn't share it with people too often.
Yeah, you're used to sing in your in your plays.
Yeah,
in school.
in sixth grade, I was a really gorgeous singer.
No, you still are. I think that's
You
a
don't
nice
lose
way to. Yeah, you don't lose it.
Unless you're Whitney Houston and you smoke crack, then you lose it.
Did you just bite me? What the hell?
Okay,
Sorry, continue.
This is an email from Robbie. This is subject is sleep paralysis minus the demons and creepy dudes. Hi, web crawlers. I'm a new listener to your podcast, and I'm obsessed.
Oh, welcome.
Welcome. I've been listening to episodes regarding sleep paralysis, and I'm curious if anyone else has experienced what happens to me all the effing time.
What?
I have a recurring dream where I'm asleep in my bed and I can hear someone in my house, and I know I need to get up to defend myself and kids, but I literally cannot move.
Oh my God.
I am
That's
frozen,
terrifying.
just laying there, telling myself to get up, but for some reason I'm just stuck there. I've never seen any creepy dudes or demons. It's just me laying there waiting for whoever in my dream to come murder me because I can't move. Also,
that's so scary.
That's terrifying. Also, in other dreams, I will be faced with life or death situations, and I have a gun, but every time I try to pull the trigger, the gun never works.
Oh my
Is
God.
this just me being unlucky as fuck in dreamland? Or is this my conscience telling me to stop listening to so many podcasts and true crime stories?
Well,
Do
it's
other people
definitely
have
not that.
dreams like this? I'm very curious. Anyways, thanks for putting out all of your content. Bye, Robbie in Charleston, South Carolina. That's terrifying.
That's crazy. That's really
Like,
scary.
Someone breaking into your house, like you can't.
Yeah, that's
Move.
really scary.
We got another email from Sophie. Subject is, I met a cult leader running for mayor in my city.
Oh my God, no thank you.
I have a weird story for y'all. So I met this guy, Wayne Seung, while I was out walking with my family. He struck up a conversation with us, and it turns out he's running for mayor of Berkeley, California, where I live. He said a lot of cool stuff about his plans to reduce homelessness, stop climate change, tax super rich, etc. And we were all like, great, this guy sounds cool. And my sister even got his info and started doing some canvassing for his campaign. Cut to a few months later, I stumbled across this article called Wayne Seung faces 17 felonies and wants to be Berkeley's next mayor.
Oh God.
So I obviously click on it. And here's the quote. Imagine, for example, if every animal rights activist in the world suddenly moved to Berkeley. Seung wrote an article in 2017 as part of a Move to Berkeley campaign to attract activists from around the county to the city under a section subtitled Banning Meat in Berkeley. I'll summarize it because the article is hella long. I am all for animal rights, don't get me wrong, but this is some PETA-level foolishness. They use tactics like barging into restaurants and shaming people for eating meat, protesting outside of grocery stores, gross publicity stunts with dead animals, breaking into small farms and stealing animals, chaining themselves to farm equipment, and a bunch of crazy shit they've done on YouTube is on YouTube because they want people to see it. Only 2% of the money they raise actually goes to caring for animals. They don't even seem to care about the actual animals they save. And on top of all that, there are multiple sexual harassment accusations against top members of the organization. I found a few videos made by a woman who used to be part of DXE when she was a teenager. She talks about how Wayne hung out almost exclusively with her group of teenage friends. Like they would go to his apartment and watch movies with him. He would cook them food. And he eventually sent her a long email expressing romantic feelings for her when she was 17 and saw him as a father figure. He was in his 30s.
Gross.
And so this woman who knew him for years sees him as a manipulative sociopath who hides behind a nerdy, shy exterior to gain people's trust and claims that DXE is a cult. So basically a shitty, creepy guy. My sister was in a group chat with other campaigners, and she said that they would joke about how amazing he was all the time and that they were all a part of DXE. DXE. I see a lot of Wayne for mayor signs around town, and my dad even bumped into him again the other day and asked him about the article. Apparently he said some BS about how inaccurate it was, and when I found it again for this email, the name had been changed to Wayne Seung, who has put his freedom on the line to rescue animals, wants to be Berkeley's next mayor. Like, what the fuck? May I add that he doesn't talk about the DXE stuff at all in his campaign, so I had no clue about any of this. Hope you guys look into it because there's a lot more stuff that I didn't include here. Feels gross to know that I was manipulated by him enough to want to vote for him before I found all of this out. Lastly, when we met him, he did not have his mask over his nose. I should have known something was off. Okay, thanks for reading this long-ass email. I love you guys so much. Keep on crawling, Sophie. And she sent links to the article. Wayne Hsiung. It's Hsiung.
I don't really get it. So he's just a crazy animal activist?
I guess. Do one more email. This is from Ryan. It says, The Kissers. Weird, like, cult shit going on in my town. It says, Hi, Allie, Melissa, and Maria. I came up Mormon in Oregon City, Oregon, which you will know from your elementary school computer lab is the end of the Oregon Trail. In high school, I often hated being different and the occasional exclusion that came from both within and without based on my faith, but I had a pretty good time and good friends and even had vodka this one time. But when other kids would ask me about the underwear or the polygamy or whatever, I would always take comfort in not being part of the oddest church in town. That belonged to the followers of Christ. We called them the Kissers.
Weird.
The followers of Christ generate national headlines every few years when one of their babies dies because they will not see doctors and rely upon only their faith to heal sicknesses.
Oh, no.
There are trials and even jail time for the parents. Jesus. In late 90s high school, without the easy info on the internet now available, this group was a mystery. It's still quite mysterious now, even when it seems like a window is provided into everything online. They were always very nice when you'd speak with them in class, but at lunch they would be with their own. They couldn't play sports. They never socialized with anyone not in the faith outside of school. Their prophet was called Walter White before it was meth cookingly cool. Their faith-only approach to health came from him, as did other very strict doctrines and aggressive sermons with call-outs and lots of fear. They were entirely their own thing and extremely insular, and it was surprising that they went to public school. As I understood it, you could not convert to their church. You had to be born into it. And since the OG Walter White died in 1869, no one is taking leadership, and those that leave or are kicked out are shunned by all members. Presently, there's a depressing custody battle where a shunned mother is trying to get her kids back from her own parents. You guys should crawl around the web and get into it. Doesn't seem to be a lot of crawling to do. Honestly, there's another congregation in Idaho, but I'm not sure if the practice is the same. Big fan. Thanks for doing work. At some point, I got tired of 2 male comedians jabbering for an hour with no plan and no preparation, calling it a podcast. Glad I found you 3. Thanks.
Wow, how crazy.
That's crazy. Walter White was the name of their leader.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts. Well, per
guys,
usual. What?
Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna, because we've got a really exciting thing coming up on Sunday.
Yes.
Oh, yes, we do. We have a seance with John Tenney. It is, tell us more info about where we can find it or what's going on with that, Maria.
Well, it's going to be on our Web Crawlers YouTube page. It's like how you would find our live shows.
Okay.
But this time we won't be able to get in. You'll just be able to watch live. And then we'll be putting it up as Tuesday's episode as well.
Yeah.
Yes. So you'll be able to get the audio for the podcast on Tuesday, and you'll be able to watch it live on YouTube on Sunday, and it will just be us on the Zoom with John Tenney, and we will be conducting a seance. Who knows what is going to happen?
Who knows?
And that's going to be at 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, that's scary. Oh my God, spooky.
Yeah, it's spooky. And Allie, you have asked John to do like a protective spell, and you're being very cautious about it.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm actually scared. Because this is like going to be real. This isn't like fake. Like John does this for a living. So I'm actually scared. So I've asked him to send us a protection spell, and I'm going to conduct it in my home prior to the seance. So, and we'll tweet and Instagram out all that information too, just to remind you. But yeah, so that will be happening on Sunday night. So get ready for that, guys. We will be maybe seeing some ghosts, or maybe not. Who knows? Anyways, thank you guys as usual for all your voicemails and emails. Please keep them coming. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And I'm Murderia Blasutic.
Maria's got a bad case of murderia. Bye.
Bye.
An Erios original.
Powered by Acast.